All right, hello and welcome. This is February 1st, episode 24, another Net Thursday. Now, I am going over the 4 math formulas you must know if you want to get rich. First off, let me first say you don't have to be a math genius in order to get rich. You don't have to know computers or coding or be a mathematician or any of that kind of fancy stuff. You don't have to know any of it. But you do have to at least understand the vocabulary and what's going on. So, number one, ROI, which stands for return on investment. And we're just going to give you a little cheat sheet and show you that's a lot of math and a lot of numbers and a lot of stuff, okay? I'm just going to go over the concepts for you. All right, now why is ROI important? Because it's the most used in evaluating different investments. You don't necessarily have to know how to calculate it, but you do have to know what it means. For example, let's just say you're going to buy a house, okay? It's a 3-unit, and you're planning on buying it and renting out the 3 units, okay? And somebody says, oh, the ROI is 8%. Is that good? Is that bad? You don't know. So what you have to do is know, is a 7% good or bad? Is a 12% good or bad? If you know the range for your ROI, that's going to get you into the position to know that it's a good investment or a bad investment. So basically what I'm trying to tell you is forget the math. People already do the math. There's applications for the math. There's AI for the math. But understand, is that good or is that bad? You need to know what your range is. And ROI is a very good way for people to calculate that out and to kind of show you where your judgment should be on a particular investment. Formula number 2 is simple interest. Want you to understand how interest works. It can be very much like I give you a loan, I'm going to charge you this set fee, you pay it back to me. It can seem that simple to a lot of people. So I want you to understand what simple interest is so that you understand what are the terms. The terms are going to be your interest, your principal, your annual rate, and the number of years it's going to take you to pay it off. Look it up. There's other videos go into the specific formulas. But I want you to understand is the concept of simple interest. That is the idea that I give you money, you're going to charge me a little bit, and then I pay it back. That's simple interest. I tell you simple interest because we're going to go to number 3. Number 3 is compound interest. Compound interest is very, very kind of complicated, okay? And people have calculators to do it. People have software to do it for you. But the biggest takeaway for compound interest is the real cost to you. 2008, all those houses, I do that again. All those houses that went into foreclosure and people didn't understand what it was. Well, if they understood how to calculate out their compound interest and look at their amortization schedule, they would have known that they could not afford the loan. Just because you can get into something does not mean you want to. Please understand that. Just because you can get into a financial situation doesn't mean you want that financial situation. Understand the length of that financial situation and how you're going to exit it. All right, that's compound interest is so important to understand that. And then we're going to get into internal rate of return. And once again, all those complicated numbers, okay? I'm not going to get into all of them. That's really, really complicated. But it does touch on knowing how people are going to judge you. You don't necessarily have to be able to do all the numbers, but you have to know what they are. If you know how to ask for a rate of interest, a rate of return, you know how to ask for an internal rate of return, that's going to make people go, oh, wait a minute, this person kind of knows what they're talking about. Maybe I should take them a little bit more serious. And if you're expecting a loan to be a simple interest, but they're understanding it's going to be a compound interest, you're going to have a clash of understanding of what those finances are. So you need to understand that it's important to know the vocabulary. Another important vocabulary to know is accredited investor. I cringe a little bit when I say it because you're not really credited for anything. But if you're an accredited investor, by law, you have access to better deals. I know it's stupid, it sucks, but it's there. Okay, I didn't make the rules. So I want you to start on your own, finding your own things that you're interested in. I throw out a bunch of little things that I know, a little bit of random stuff. And what I hope is that something is going to catch your attention, and then you're going to run with the ball. You're going to say, hey, I'm going to figure this out. Wow, everything is simple interest, but what is compound interest? Okay, let me go figure that out. Oh, okay, an ROI versus an IRR. Let me see what the differences are. I want you to start taking these little bits that I'm giving you and running with it. You have to create your own customized financial plan. I can't tell you exactly what your plan is to get rich. I can tell you a generalized how to get rich, even though I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for entertainment purposes. But you have to do the actual customization, the actual steps, and it's your actual bank account that is going to tell you if you're rich or not me. I'm just somebody on YouTube. You don't have to listen to me. You can use my knowledge as a springboard to acquire your own knowledge, build your own case, build your own future. And that's what those are. Those are the 4 math formulas you have to know about if you want to be rich. ROI, simple interest, compound interest, IRR. You have to at least be able to say those words, understand that they are different concepts, and be able to communicate on a basic level with other people. You've got to have your basic financial vocabulary if you're going to be rich. You've got to understand when you became an employee, you learned a whole set of vocabulary there. Paycheck, that's employee, that's not rich. 401k, that's employee, that's not rich. You taxes, that's an employee, that's not rich. You need to understand that different rich or poor categories have different vocabularies. You start talking to me with your financial vocabulary, and I kind of almost always tell you about your net worth. It's just, that's how you are. If somebody starts coming up to you and speaking French, there's a good possibility they're from France. That's not rocket science. It's just cause and effect. I want you to really understand that your lack of financial understanding, not mastery, just understanding, might be blocking you from moving forward. So thank you so much for watching the video to this point. Like, share, and subscribe. If you have any suggestions, drop them in the comments below, and I will catch you on the next video. Nope, this one. Nope, this one.